What is your daily intention? Well, we're going to find out and dig deeper with Sharyn as she discusses the power of intentions and how to make them work for you so you have a more positive, abundant life. This is all coming up in another episode of Medium Well with Psychic Sharyn Rose. She is going to share with you 10 powerful tools you can easily use to change everything for the better. So let's get started.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Medium Well with Psychic Sharyn Rose for another episode. This week, I want to talk to you a little bit about intentions. I've been running smack up against intentions for the last 3 or 4 months. Like when I get up in the morning, what is my intention for the day? And when you've got a lot of tasks, you're taking on a lot of tasks, or you've got a lot of things to do, if you don't have your intention clear, you can end up literally getting nothing done. So let's talk about intentions today. So welcome back, and don't forget, I'm going to pull a card at the end of this episode, so stick around. You also might want to have pen and paper handy, so pause this if you haven't got pen and paper, because you're going to want to maybe write some of this stuff down. So intentions, what is an intention for? What's the point of an intention? What's the purpose? Well, it kind of gives you a little bit of a guiding track as to how you want your day to proceed. How do you want your day to continue on? And with intention being clear in your mind, because you actually made an intention, formed an intention on purpose, you intended to take, I'll give you some examples so you'll know what I'm talking about. But it's taking action. Intentions comes before action. So what is my intention before I speak? What is my intention before I act? What is my intention before I even think about a particular topic? Let me give you some examples, because it could be physical, mental, or emotional, where your intention is placed. So let's just give you some examples. I'll give you some examples right now. So one would be speaking kindly to yourself. You can set tension to speak kindly to yourself during the day. Instead of when you do something that doesn't seem to be feeling good or working out real well for you, instead of saying, oh man, I'm always doing this wrong. I always screw up. Say things like, what a good doing. And yeah, this is a mistake, but hey, you know what? You're better at it now than you were before you tried it. So practice giving yourself kudos when you're not able to accomplish everything on your to-do list. So for example, maybe you've got a list and you've only got 3 things done and you got 10 things on there and you're like, oh my God, I just didn't really accomplish anything today. Yeah, you did. You got 3 things done. So really be kind to yourself. Forgive yourself. Be really nice to yourself. And when things go well or you made a mistake, the way you would a dear friend. How does that sound? Be your own best friend. What fun that sounds like, hey? Here's a second one. Take the opportunity to embrace pleasure. So, for example, when you get up in the morning and you have a shower, well, I'll just give you an example. When I had my shower this morning, and I forget every time I go into my shower, I'm kind of like fuzzy headed, not really awake, just kind of use the shower to wake me up. And I have bought a new body scrub, and it smells divine. I absolutely love it. And every time I get in the shower and I'm doodling along, I wash my hair, and then I open this container with my body soap, and I absolutely love it. And it perks me right up. It makes me happy. And I really embrace the pleasure then of having my shower. So by the time I get out of my shower, I feel really happy, feel really good for myself. But you can do it a lot of different ways. You could take a walk in the morning. You could watch the sunrise. In my case, it's my shower with my new lotion that I keep forgetting that I have. You can do that after a workout too, taking a nice shower and really appreciating, just embracing the simple pleasures of the day, of the simple little things, even like I said, after a workout. Another thing you can do is be kind to a stranger. A smile. It's amazing how much a smile can make a difference to someone else's day. And we're so focused on ourselves, especially in our world now, we forget that we're connecting with a whole lot of other people that we do share the world with, and share a smile. That's a simple, simple way. So there's 3 ideas. Here's another one. Spend quality time with a loved one or a pet. No, I've got a cat. I'm a cat girl. I know there's dog people. I love my cat, and she is my buddy. She follows me around because I work at home and she lives at home. And so we're workmates all day long. And she'll come and she'll sit on my lap while I'm working on a writing project. Or if I've got clients in, she just sleeps on the bed. If you've got children at home, be it with your child. Those that are closest to you that help you feel loved and connected and fulfilled. Good, eh? Those are 4 different ideas. 5, take time for self-care. Give yourself a facial, or go for a run, or go for a walk in the sun. Right now we're in October and we've kind of got a late autumn going. Even the leaves are not all off the trees yet, but the colors are stunning. They're just amazing. And going for a walk in this nice crisp air, throwing on a light jacket and looking at the colors and just enjoying it, appreciating it. That's self-care right there because you feel good and it really is good for your heart. And self-care should be a priority in everyone's life. And ladies, listen up, we are the worst. Those of us that have come through parenting or are continuing parenting or involved in parenting right now, we are the worst. We don't take very good care of ourselves. So have the intention, hold the intention to take good care of yourself. Mindful activity, be mindful with the stuff that you're doing. This is another opportunity to set an intention or a place you can set an intention. This one would be for inner peace. If you've got stress going on in your life, you're looking for some way of calming yourself, try some yoga. And there's lots of courses online. If you have a yoga class close to you that you can go into, if your economically funds are limited, there's lots of free resources online. And meditation too, there's a lot of free resources online. And Rodney Yee is really, really amazing. I absolutely love Rodney Yee online. If you can find anything from him, there's lots of it there. Another thing that I know that a lot of people like to do, but really are sporadic at it, is journaling. Journaling can help you feel in tune. It can help you tap in and connect with what's going on around you. So really you're aligning yourself with mindful activity aligns you for inner peace. Be creative. Do something creative, maybe craft something with your hands. For me, I go and bake. I love to bake or love to cook. More baking than cooking, but do something with your hands. Maybe write a poem, come up with a new recipe. I'm doing that all the time. Use the creative side of your brain regularly. It helps broaden your mind and your way of thinking. Now, I'm a left-hander. I say this all the time for you lefties out there. We're in our right minds. I can't help it. When you're born in the 50s, you don't really have a lot of left-handedness. And we said a left-handed person is somebody that needed to be corrected or fixed. We were broken. And my father was left-handed and he said, nope, don't touch my daughter's, let her write. Don't touch her hands. Don't stop her from writing with her left hand. She's left-handed because he was made to change. Creativity is, if you're left-handed, creativity comes easy to you because you're using that side of your brain already, the right side of your brain. But if you're not being creative, I have a lot of clients that will come in here and I'll ask them, what do they love to do creatively? And they'll say, oh, I'm not very good at that. I'm not very good at writing and I don't sing and I'm not a good artist and I don't blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, when we were kids, we didn't care. If somebody handed us a crayon, what did we do? We colored. If somebody handed us a microphone, we talked into it or we sang into it. If somebody put music on and we liked the beat, we danced. We didn't care what anybody thought. Do that again. Dancing is one of my favorite things to do. First of all, it gives you some good physical, you can get a good physical workout if you dance, vigorously for 15 minutes. You can just and it's fun. It lifts your spirit, makes you feel really good. Another thing that I do, and I do all the time, is appreciation. And my clients will hear me say that and they'll be laughing. For those of you that have been to see me, you already know that that's what I do. I'm always practicing appreciation. And I'm always preaching it too. What I suggest is in the morning when you wake up, just offer up appreciation for your amazing sleep and for your ability to be safe and warm in your home. It doesn't matter what your home looks like or where it is. Just be appreciative that you're waking up and you've got blankets on you, keeping you warm, and a pillow that's snuggled with your head, and you've got the heat around you so you don't have to be exposed to the elements, and just offer up appreciation for the day that's coming and your first cup of coffee that you're going to have in the morning. And when you're done, get out of bed. And then when you go to bed at night, offer up appreciation for the day that you just had. And when you do that, you go to sleep in that appreciative mode and you wake up in the same place. It means you sleep better as well. So practice appreciation and recognizing all the good and the wonderful things in your life and being really appreciative. As you think, so you are. So when you appreciate things in your life, you're bringing more things in your life to appreciate. Okay. What goes around comes around. That's really true there. Trust your intuition. That's the 9th thing I'm giving you here. Trust your intuition. We overthink everything in our culture, even me. And I'm a psychic. I use my intuitive every day, but I still sometimes overthink because I'm a claircog. I'm a logical, practical person in this human journey. And we're always looking at all the pros and cons. And sometimes we can't make a decision by reasoning it or thinking it out. Use your intuition. Allow your gut instinct to take over. And here's a 10th one. Process your emotions before reacting to something. So for example, Thanksgiving just passed, Canadian Thanksgiving just passed. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving, by the way. One of my relatives, because we got together, our family, one of my young relatives came to me and said, and complained about one of my other relatives. I had an opportunity to engage. It was an unnecessary complaint. It wasn't really relevant about anything, but it was just kind of a bitchiness that was coming out. And I had a choice. I could engage in that conversation and make it a conversation, or I could just walk away. And I did that. I walked away. I just walked away and went and sat and visited. And the next time I bumped into her, which was in another part of the house, I just put my arm around her and just stood with her and just we were talking with others, and she just reacted the same way. But it was an opportunity for her, because she realized what I had done. She knew what I had done, and it gave her an opportunity to realize, oh, I'm being a little bitchy. And I don't need to be, because it was unnecessary. The whole conversation that we would have had or could have had, but I just decided to process my emotions before reacting. So, because you can regret saying things, you can regret when you say things out of anger or frustration. Sometimes it's just time to take a step back and sort of say, oops, maybe I need to just zip the lip every once in a while. So process your emotions before reacting to them. You're not always going to be happy, and we react differently to everybody. So learn to process them and your thoughts as well before reacting immediately. So let's go over these 10 things. The first one is being kind to yourself, saying kind words to yourself, speaking kindly. The second is do something you really love, just a simple pleasure like an early morning walk, or in my case, using my beautiful bath gel that I have that I absolutely love the smell of it in my shower. Show kindness to someone, speaking to a stranger or giving a smile at the grocery store. Number 4, quality time with a loved one or a pet. Just spend some quality time with someone. Number 5, indulge in taking care of yourself. Take some time to really do some good self-care. A facial, go for a run, walking in the beautiful weather out there and the beautiful, just walking in the beautiful fall colors. Be mindful. Maybe take on something like yoga or maybe a light meditation or start journaling. And this is going to align you for your inner peace. Number 7, engage in a creative activity. Start becoming creative again like you used to when you were a kid. I don't know what that is. And if it means just putting on some music and tapping your toes to start, do that. Something. Engage the creative side of your brain. And it helps broaden your way of thinking and broaden your mind so you're not so stuck. Practice appreciation. That's number 8. And really recognize the good things in your life and be thankful. And trust your intuition. Don't overthink. Allow yourself to really trust what comes to you and through you. And then process your emotions before you react to them so that you can actually allow yourself to be positive and not start getting involved in toxic conversations or negative behavior patterns. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a card for you from the daily affirmations list. In fact, I might pick a couple of cards. How would that be? Let's do that. I'll pick a couple of cards. I want to remind you that the office is open throughout the winter. December, I limit my appointments, but my coaching door is wide open. Wintertime is when I get a lot of coaching clients, and I have been very busy. So if you're interested in doing the coaching, we can do it online. We can do it like on Zoom. We can do it by phone, or you can come into the studio and we can do it. So there's lots of different ways. The coaching, it requires you to have a 1-hour appointment before we do take on a coaching client, because I'll be frankly honest with you, a lot of people aren't coachable. And I don't know if that's you or not. I don't know. But and not only that, but maybe you don't want to take on a coaching, 10 hours, a 10-hour coaching program with me initially, the boot camp. And you don't want to take that on if you don't think you're going to like me. That wouldn't be good either. So we have to be compatible. Okay. So I invite you to go to SharynRose.com, Sharyn with a Y. SharynRose.com, and check out my services there and everything that you can get yourself into. And maybe I'll see you in a 1-hour appointment here as well. So this one is spiritual health, this card that I've just picked. Oh, and this fits right into what we were just talking about too. You want to write this down. Maybe grab your pads, guys. I step into my day with quiet expectation that something wonderful will occur. Oh, I like that. And the picture on this card is the fall scene. Isn't that interesting? I step into my day with quiet expectation that something wonderful will occur. Let's pick another card. This one's on physical health. Okay, this is a little bit longer one. This got a picture of a chipmunk sitting on it. It's really cute. So here's the affirmation, if you like this one better. I honor my sensuality by exploring sights, sounds, scents, and textures that make me feel alive and connected to my body. I love this one. You know why? This fits in perfectly with my fragrance that I use in the shower. And the just like being able to engage with that scent, it just makes me happy. So I honor my sensuality by exploring the sights, the sounds, the scents, and the textures that make me feel alive and connected to my body. There you go. So there's a couple of affirmations and some really good tips on what is your intention. And I'll tell you what, when you become aware that setting an intention with purpose, intentionally, setting an intention, when you become aware that that is actually going to alter your day and you can feel your day literally shifting because you set an intention and it's actually a dynamic and makes a difference, you're going to find your days are going to be better and better and better. Thanks everybody for popping in. Thank you. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye for now.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Medium Well with Psychic Sharyn Rose. If you love listening to this podcast, we have one little favor to ask you. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. If you love learning from Sharyn, well, she's got a few great courses that are ongoing. Why don't you register for Kitchen Witchin'? It's on now. All you have to do for more information is go to kitchenwitchin.ca. Or if you'd like to book an appointment with Sharyn for a reading, or if you'd like to know more about Sharyn, her psychic services, coaching sessions, and more workshops, go to SharynRose.com. That's Sharyn with a Y. We'll talk to you next time.